mean that God has a purpose in it, but that He will not forsake you. And that if you learn how to begin to talk to Him, and you hear that a lot. I hear people saying, well, I don't know how to talk to God. Well, talk to God like how I'm talking to you. How you talk to your friend. Talk to God. Sit down and talk to Him. Tell Him what's on your mind. Tell Him what's on your heart. And as you begin to talk, then allow some time for you just to listen. God will speak. And He might not speak in an audible voice like how we're speaking, but He'll speak through situations. I remember there was a time when I was going through something, and I felt like, God, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I mean, I know you brought me out before. Right. But this is new. This I've never experienced before. I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this with joy. I don't know how I'm gonna come out this and be right. And I never will forget, I was driving on 295, and I had the radio on, but I wasn't really listening to it. But it was on, and I'm talking to God, and tears just flowing down my face, and I'm saying, God, I need to hear you. God, I need to know you're there. God, I need to know that you feel me. God, I need to know. Yeah. And as soon as I closed my mouth, the words of the song said, I have listened to you. I've heard your request. Now I'm here to tell you it's only a test. Be strong. Hold on. This test is your storm. Go through and hold on. Wow. Well, I'm driving on 295, and I almost drove in all four lanes at the same time because it spoke directly to me. Now, it was a song by Bishop Jake's choir. But it spoke directly to me. It was the right, perfect timing. And God was letting me know, yeah, I know you're going through, but I heard you. Yes. But you've got to understand that you're going to have to endure this storm. But you're going to go through it. Hold on. And that gave me so much comfort. As long as I can hold on. And sometimes you're holding on with everything you got. But if you can just hold on the other side of that is deliverance. And God will bring you through.
That's awesome. And that's one of the things that we have to remind people, that God can speak through any kind of medium. He can speak on a billboard. You'll be riding down the street, and the words on the billboard speak to whatever the situation is. Like you said, speak through situations, speak through people. Yes. You know, somebody calls you at the right time saying, you were on my heart, and I just wanted to see how you're doing. God is speaking if we will but listen. Yes. And so we want to encourage you this afternoon to just hold on, to trust God, because this too shall pass. Amen. Now, that was a saying, Pastor Chelly, that my mother always said to me when I thought that I was just going through something, I was just about to pass out. She said, girl, this too shall pass. And you know what? She was exactly right, because every situation that I thought was going to take me down and overwhelm me, although it felt like that at the time, it did indeed pass. Yeah. And so that's what we're saying here this afternoon. And certainly I wanted to also give you the opportunity, Pastor Chelly, to talk about what God is saying to the people through you. I know you all have your theme for the year, but just some of the things that the Lord is laying on your heart, particularly as it relates to the women. I wanted to give you that opportunity just to talk a little bit from that vantage point.
All right. Well, I would like to say that, and being in prayer and talking to God and just trying to get some direction for how do I move forward this year, and I really heard the Lord say to me, and I want to share it, that is not be distracted this year, to stay focused on the things that God has given you to do, or the things that you know that are right to do. Stay there. Stay there. Stay in that vein. Because if you're doing what God has called you to do, then whether it's raining, whether it's hailing, whether there is a tsunami, whatever is happening in your life, if you're doing what God has called you to do, you know you're going to come out all right. So He has really been dealing with me on this. Don't be distracted by what people do. People come, people go, people say things, and sometimes people say things that are discouraging. And I'm also learning that the enemy will use people to say things to get you off track so that you will be focused on the issue and not focused on what God has called you to. So that's one of the things he's been dealing with me on. Keep him first. Don't be turned to the right or to the left, but keep your eyes fixed on him, fixed on the prize. Because if we're fixed on him, stuff can be happening around us, but I see my way clear. You know, it might be